Hi, I'm Renee Perry. I want to start my talk with something fun. Let's think about your retirement years. What do you see? Maybe you see spending time with grandkids, traveling to a new state. Maybe there's a golf course in your future. Or if you're like me, you can imagine yourself finally getting through that stack of books next to your bed. For most of us, those golden years look pretty golden. And I'm sure that for many of us here, they will be. But the truth is, as with every new phase in life, the senior years can bring challenges. I'm going to bet that none of you imagined being frail or lonely, placed in a facility where the care is anything but caring, scammed out of your life savings. Maybe some of you imagined working into your retirement years, but did anyone imagine being unable to find a job? The truth is, we don't imagine these futures because we really can't see them. Despite the fact that every single day in our country, more than 10,000 people turn 65 every single day in the US, as a group, they're pretty invisible. Homebound, placed in facilities and forgotten, scammed, nudged out of the workforce, ignored. At my organization, the Senior Source, we're making the invisible visible by assisting, protecting, and connecting older adults and those who love them. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you about Jane. When Jane came to the Senior Source, she was terrified. She had raised 3 children as a single parent. She had battled breast cancer. You know what Jane told us was the single scariest thing she had ever done? Looking for a job as someone over the age of 65. Wow. Think about that. Looking for a job was scarier than breast cancer. Why? Employers tend to overlook older job seekers. Often they can't see past their age to their capabilities. But we help folks like Jane to stand out in today's competitive job market. With everything from career counseling to LinkedIn training, we're educating employers on the benefits of hiring older workers. And we're dispelling the myths that lead to age discrimination. Our folks, they go from invisible to hired. Yeah. Let's talk about another invisible problem with seniors: scam artists. 1 in 9 older adults will become the victim of financial exploitation. That's $36 billion out of the pockets of seniors every single year. And sadly, most of these seniors won't report their crimes. Thankfully, Jim wasn't one of them. When a criminal stole every penny that Jim and his wife had saved for retirement, our Elder Financial Safety Center stepped in. We helped them recover some of what they had lost, but more importantly, we gave them the tools and support and knowledge that they needed to ensure that they will never be victims again. But perhaps what's most invisible about our older adult population is this: just how much they still have to give. They have love, they have experience, they have wisdom. Every day at the Senior Source, we're creating opportunities for these incredible adults to give back and to make a difference in our communities. Our foster grandparent program is an example. We pair older adult volunteers with children who have special and unique needs in settings like early education centers, schools, hospitals. Millie was one of these older adult volunteers. She worked in a daycare with a little girl whose family had been homeless. And one day, as Millie was gathering her things to leave, as the kids were all settling down for their nap time, she started to walk out the door. She heard that little girl say, "Grandma, tuck me in." Millie turned around just in time to see that little girl kicking off her blanket. As she made her way over to that girl's bed, other little kids started calling out, and a sea of blankets across that room go flying off. Every child in there was saying, "Grandma, tuck me in, tuck me in." Millie slowly made her way around that room, tucking in every single child, one by one. Every child was seen, every child was loved, and so was Millie. No one in that room was invisible. Every day at the Senior Source, we see people like Jane, like Jim, like Millie. And like each of them, we know everyone's journey through aging is unique. Whether they need an advocate in their nursing home, or help caring for an elderly loved one, or just the chance to show the world how much they still have to give, the Senior Source is here. And we make sure no one walks that journey alone. Every year, we see and we serve more than 27,000 older adults. And we educate another 40,000 folks on issues affecting aging. We mobilize some 3,000 volunteers. We are making it possible for those who came before us to age with dignity and with purpose, to be visible, to shine. Join our fight in making older better. Thank you.